I'm Simon. Thanks for stopping by. This is Forever Young RC. The goal for today, find a primary tire for my brand new build. Had for about a week now, got some scratches on it. MEUS build, the MEUS chassis, LCG chassis for the SCX24 and the IR60 body. So I want to find a permanent tire. And I know a lot of people use these Injora King Trekkers. It's really going to be between the Injora King Trekker and the Injora X Pin. Let me know in the comments if you've had any experience with the pin tires. This is my first experience with the pin tires. For some reason, I've always just kind of stayed away from them. If it doesn't have a stock look to it, I'm usually not going to get it. For instance, I refuse to run one of my RC cars with no body on it. I just won't do it. However, I really like these King Trekkers. They're pretty soft. They got a lot of grip. But one thing to note on them is they are pretty squared off. That doesn't allow as much conformation to the rocks and the terrain. Whereas the X pins, they've got that kind of rounded off. Plus these things are softer. Now, being as this is my newest build and it is my most comp-like build, I want to put a wheel and tire package on it that's going to be suited for that. We're going to take these Injora King Trekkers, going to slap them on here. We're going to test them, come back and change, put on the X pins and test those. Going to get some good running footage, get some FPV footage on board so we can really see the tire, see what it's doing, and see which one we want to keep on this vehicle. I'm going to have an open mind. I do like the look of these better, but I'm going to have an open mind about the X pins. So let's get out the cul-de-sac canyon and see what we can find out. All right, this is my new Injora and MEUS build, the Injora IR60 body, the MEUS chassis and axles. Let me just say, it is exceeding my expectations for sure. I feel like this is my best comp truck setup yet. Left getting harder going to the right, and I'm just going to run this up a few lines to let you get a good look at these tires, because I really want to spend more of the time on the Injora X Pin tire. Okay, we're going to go right over here to the right side, which is the hardest lines that I have. I'm going to try to give just kind of a slower crawl, blip it when I need to let you guys see the difference in traction. All right, that's a good little climb there for it. Well, shut the front door. Didn't mean for that to happen. Now look, I really gotta say, I do like these Injora King Trekkers, all-terrains a lot. They do pretty good for me on any vehicle. Okay, let's show you guys one more line. It's over here to the right. Then you take this little cutout and ease up kind of the same way. And if you don't stay to the left, it will pull you over the side. Now, I've never made this line here before, so let's see if we can make this. Oh, I'm hung. Uh-oh. Ooh. That didn't feel good. All right, let's go change these tires and put on the Injora X pins. Let's check out these X pins on some of the same lines. you really can feel these just grabbing more, much more. Here, move over here to one of the tougher ones. Got a little sand on these tires. And this thing, they really stick. If you let them work, they really stick and go. That makes me happy. That's the first time I've made that line on the left. Oh, wow. It was a lot of fun. I had a really good time doing it. The Injora X pins really surprised me. I know if you've had any experience with them, it probably didn't surprise you. These, as you can see, runs over the course pretty well. But the X pins, where my course on the left side of the beach mountain part, it has aggregate in the concrete and it's a little more grippy and it's not as steep. I made it that way on purpose. As you move all the way to the right, That's the hardest section that I've made, and I don't have many trucks that will go up that. And that side is made purposely with no aggregate, so there's not as much grip right there, kind of resembling slick rock. And so that's where these King Trekkers, they kind of get a little slippy out there. I can get it to go up in a lot of places, but it's still, there's a lot of slip. Now these X pins, the knobs, they kind of fold back in like fingers, and they grip that slick surface really well to go ahead and give it a lot of forward drive and forward bite to get on up and over whatever's out there. So that went really well. The more I ran these, you get to see them on the truck, the more I really liked them. Let me know in the comments which ones you liked best. Well, there's no doubt that these are a better performer. The look on this truck is, you know, it's a SEX24, but it's really small, especially after you've been running some 18th scale vehicles. And these aren't the largest X-Pin tires, but these are, I think these are like a 58. I feel like they fit this truck really well. And seeing as how I've got my negative droop set up on it where it's all the way down, I can't run a terribly big tire because it, you know, gets up into the fender. Plus these isokinetic axles, when it turns, you know, it'll really get up into the fender too if I run any bigger tires. But this keeps my center of gravity real low, and it keeps it really stable. Both of these have the Trio wheels in them, which I love. I love Trio. I just think this set fits it the best. It looks good. It actually looks like kind of like a rock crawler tire because it's kind of rounded. You know, if you ever watch any of the rock crawlers out in Arizona or whatever, their tires are really worn, and they're, you know, the edges of them are rounded off. I think it gives it a more authentic look for sure. So as we speak, I think I've got my tire. I love it. I love the look of it. The dark color of it fits the truck. I just went with a dark color on the truck, put a couple of stripes on it, painted the cage gunmetal, put a couple of stickers on it, and called it done. And this so far is my best performer, even being a hard body. And I've got a couple of other videos here that I'd like for you guys to go check out.